So we interviewed CP3 a couple years ago. After the interview, he started breaking down the situation. I'm be honest, going into the interview, wasn't necessarily a huge fan of CP3, but after that interview, I'm a big fan of him. Never, obviously he wasn't on teams I was rocking with, but he broke down the whole situation. So do you want to share some of that backstory with CP3 and Scott Foster? You want me to break it down?
You gonna break it down, man?
So in the situation with his son, I believe after a game, Lil Chris was playing in the tunnel. Scott Foster in the car with the other refs rolls up to him, like honks the horn at him, yells at him, get the fuck out the way, and some other expletives.
Talking to a little kid.
To a little kid. CP3 finds out about that naturally, like any of us would do it with our kids. Is not particularly happy about that. He also shed some light on some conversations they've had throughout the years with Scott Foster, kind of just saying some fuck shit before games, including big playoff games.
Yeah, that playoff game, I think it was against the Spurs, when he went up to him and said, hey, you haven't won against me on closeout games? Like told him to his face, you haven't won. Like, what the fuck are you telling me that for? Boom, loss.
So,
But yeah, the league had to step in because Chris Paul wanted to put them hands on him, as he should.
Scott need to be fired. Why is Scott not fired? Why is Scott? Like, I feel like Scott and Tim Donahue was roommates and shit.
Yeah, well, for anybody who's listening to the Whistleblower podcast, shout out Tim Livingston with Underdog Fantasy, shed some light, hundreds of calls between the two. Then when Donahue got caught up, and they said it was on the phone that was used for
Come on, man.
placing bets, when Donahue got caught up, those calls went silent. But
People should see the clip and everything we just seen as an example of when shit go wrong for the ref. Like, the ref fucked up completely. Like, you can see the emotion. Gil always talking about the ref stop being so fucking emotional. So if y'all see this, you like, he clearly emotional as fuck. How the fuck can you continue to do this 20 times? What is one? You said 1 in 20?
It's because they weren't favored. So out of those 20 games, they're 3 and 17, but 5 of those games they wasn't favored anyway. But
20 games? So in 20 different games, you dictated it based on you not liking me? You got to be fired.
That's playoffs. So there was a point where, because
Crazy.
Because this was such a big thing for Chris Paul, and everyone had to step in. Scott Foster wasn't on Chris Paul's games for a long time. So he wasn't allowed to ref any of his games for a long time. And all of a sudden, when they played against the Bucks in the playoffs.
in the finals.
When they played against Bucks in the final, it was up 2-0. And then game 3, they bring down Scott. Bring on the Kraken!
Wow.
Boom. Lost by 20.
Wow.
Now,
The extender, as he's been known on social media.
and the game 6, which I think game 6 was a bad look for the NBA. Like, because of this. If you know these two have a bad relationship, you already done seen the stats of when like they went, 13, like 12-0, 13-0. So 13-0, Chris Paul hasn't beat Scott Foster. Fuck the team. He ain't beat Scott himself.
Undefeated.
And this is a championship round. And Scott Foster already came for game 3. Obviously, as soon as Chris Paul sees that, he's like, oh, fuck.
I know it.
Right? Game 6, Suns was favorite to win by 4.
In game 6?
Yeah, game 6, they were supposed to win by 4. The referees came out. Scott Foster is on it. Do you know damn near all of America went with...
Changed their bet.
Went with Bucks.
Yeah.
They took Bucks -4. That shit flipped. Vegas flipped so damn fast, bro. Like I had my money. Look, I had my money on. I'm like, yeah, I got 5K on the Suns. I had 5K on the Suns -4. Fuck yeah. Game 6, fuck yeah.
Was he
Soon as I see Scott Foster, hey, can you remove my 5K? I want to put 15K on the Bucks.
Damn, you're a big baller, Gil. That's what I got from that.
Guaranteed. Because I know mentally, you see me mentally and you know you can't beat me. That means, that's why I said it was bad for the league, because emotionally, you told the Suns, fuck you. Emotionally, you told them, you can't, that's the last person you put in that game while Chris Paul's there.
But you're giving the fans the insinuation to believe that this shit is true. that Scott Foster is cheating against Chris Paul because every time you go up against him, he lose. You're showing it to the world. And you keep putting them on the games that's important for Chris. Hey, this is Chris's defining moment to get to the next level, and we got Scott Foster. Oh, shit.
Hey, can someone, because I see somebody.
Oh, shit.
Just in case they think I'm lying, Bucks is at home. Can someone goes what that spread was and who was favorite in that game 6? I think they think I just be making shit up.
I seen it. I told
They think
Scott.
I just
I
be
told Scott.
making shit
I told
up.
Scott. I
What
said, you
did
got
that-
it for us tonight.
You got it for us
What did
tonight?
I-
You got us tonight, Scott.
Like
I ain't come way down here for
It
this.
was just, it's bad. It's the NBA. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. You cannot have Scott Foster ref Chris Paul's game. We are hip to it. Everyone knows it. And the fact that now this is emotional abuse.
Yeah.
It's emotional abuse. When that man walks and sees Scott, what the fuck you think happens in that game?
He normal. He like.
He's done. He's done. He's done. The team is done. The arena is done.
And he can't respond. What can he?
What, he can't say
do
nothing
back.
If he say so, he gonna get fined.
Immediately.
And then it goes bad for Scott because even if you try to favor Chris,
You're looking at it.
The other team gonna be like, oh, see, here we go.
Come on,
man.
Scott.
Come on, Scott. Why you cheating?
Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So just cut. Yeah. So just cut it off.
So now he's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now he's not repping because now anything you blow against Chris Paul, we gonna think you cheating.
But if
you don't call nothing in the game, you fucking the game up.
If I'm another player, outside of this looking in, I don't want Scott reffing my games either.
No.
I'm like, fuck Scott.
Nah. Unless you got a personal thing with him.
Nah,
Like,
because I'm seeing his personal thing with if I'm seeing a ref have a personal vendetta with another player, I'm not fucking with that ref.
Nah.
Just how they was doing with AI.
Nah,
Just
just they
when I found out that shit about AI, I was like, yo, they was really targeting that nigga. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but that was AI talking to. That's AI.
And you know, and did they say who those refs were?
With AI? Nope.
Was it Scott Foster?
One of them. And it was Tim and Scott.
Yeah, Tim. Yeah.
Tim and Scott.
Do you see how?
That's crazy. That's crazy. He should be fired. I don't understand how he's still reffing. That's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to insinuate anything.
Insinuating. Out here insinuating.
I'm pretty sure whoever is the head of referees was probably a friend. Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know his name is if it's Monty. I don't know. I don't know if it's Monty, but I know. I'm pretty sure Monty and Scott and they're best friends. I'm not gonna fire my best friend.
Shit.
So, Gil, we got those odds for you. Game 6 odds opened at Milwaukee minus 4.5, closed at minus 5.
It was -5?
Hold on. Say Game 6 odds opened at Milwaukee minus 4.5.
You got bet up to 5.
In the win.
0.5. It went up 0.5.
So so I was wrong on the minus, but I know everyone bet because I changed mine. Okay. Yeah, because I took Suns +4. You're right, I took Suns +4, and then when I found out it was Monty, and then you can see everybody just started betting.
So no, but
Scott means Scott.
same difference.
Same difference.
You're not getting no credentials, no way, NBA. Y'all be
That's what
fucking-
I had, because I had Suns plus, yes, you're right, Suns +4. So I was right about the 4. So it was Suns +4, and then when I seen Scott, I changed my bet and went with Milwaukee.
So, I mean, Gil, you already hit on this. The league need to do something about this, but is doing something about it basically showing that they're admitting that it's a problem.
And that's the problem. They want to keep trying to pretend that there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
You want to pretend that nothing's going on. So if you penalize him, then it shows that Chris Paul has been right. We all know now.
Yeah.
we don't give a fuck what you do. When we see, Scott there, we already know they lost.
Yeah.
They have no chance. We all know. We see it. It's to this point where just don't have him ref the games anymore. That's the easiest thing to do.
Is it obvious?
Yeah.
Is it obvious?
Yeah.
Is it obvious?
Yeah.
Let me ask
1 in 20.
The internet seems to think so.
Is
3
it
for
obvious?
17 is crazy.
Is it obvious that we talking about this in the NBA allowed the fantasy sports, FanDuel, whoever they did the partnerships for legal sports betting into the league? And you got bullshit refs at the same time? How does that relationship make sense? Soon as they did the partnership, I was like, oh, it's gonna be some cheating going on.
That's why we
Y'all
only do-
promoting it?
That's why we only do sports fantasy around these parts, higher, lower. And I always pick higher because I believe in these gentlemen. I believe in y'all.
It's
Yeah, but the game has changed.
that's because we see it as fans, we see it as reporters. We know that this is a problem.
Yep.
So you saying, all right, listen, Scott is going to be removed like he was before into that championship round. He cannot ref Chris Paul games. No, there's no backlash. No one's going to say, oh, why not?
Right.
We already know why not, motherfucker. We know. We see it. All right? It's clear as day. There's nothing you can do. As long as Scott is reffing these games, we're going to all think Scott has a fix in this game.
Yes.
And that's nuts.
That's nuts.
And that's nuts to see it in your face.
What?
Like, if you don't believe me, NBA, do research on the last 17 games, or shit, not even last 17s. Do the last, 10 games of Scott and Chris Paul and see where the money went in Vegas. Once y'all put the referees out, just like when they put it out, it went up to 5. Everybody's throwing that money on it.
So, question for everybody on this couch. As a player, did you ever feel like a ref had a personal issue with you that affected their ability to officiate without bias?
I'm going to say no.
You never
Thought
had
they was all cool with you?
No, I'm going to say no. I didn't really give him that opportunity.
I'm gonna say no up until I started dating Chloe. The niggas started watching the shit. I didn't have no problem, because I wasn't big enough for them to be like, oh, I got a problem with you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to establish myself as a player, but once I started dating her, that's when I started seeing motherfucking refs say shit and sneak shit in, and I seen you on TV that night, and it was like, yo, what the fuck? You mean you didn't give me this fucking call right now? My wife don't like you, nigga. It's like, well, goddamn. Well, shit.
No skims for you.
No
Nah,
shit.
I played the game within the game, man. Like, I always had the list of refs, by the scores table that tell me what the refs' names are, right? Look at the names, going to, hey, how you doing? Say their name. Hey, Scott, hi, Jenny, hi. You know what I mean? Just to let them know that I know your name. Because just being human beings, you know what I mean? Hey, ref, like, I know your name. You don't want to know mine. You know what I mean? So those little things, so when I'm cussing them out, I'm cussing them out by their name.
Yeah.
It ain't no, hey, ref, listen to me, ref. Nah, I know your name. So when I get to doing this right here, cussing you out, say what, this right here, say whatever the fuck I wanted to. Because to them, it's like him, when you start like making people, like you start doing this, they feel, they get insecure.
You're trying to show them up.
Right? So you just sit there and then put it over your nose, just sitting there like you're at the free throw line. You bitch ass. Woo! I used to get busy. You never really got to check for that, because it's like you're not making them look bad, like you really cuss them out so people can see it.
I was the first thing.
Who was the one ref that didn't like Tim Duncan, that tossed him for just...
Joey Crawford.
Joey Crawford.
Joey Crawford.
What? How you not like the dude that's quiet?
and wasn't saying that.
He was just laughing, and he tossed him.
But that was the first thing KG taught me. Like, I used to be with him in the captain circle. And the first thing he said is like, look, youngin, you got to learn all their names. Because you show respect to them, they show respect back. You talk to them first name, they'll have a conversation with you. And I started to see that as I kept going to the captain circle with him. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get this rapport. And when he got traded, I became the captain. So I was the guy that the refs came to during our games. Even though I wasn't the star player, I was the leader of the team. So it made me feel like I had that connection with the refs to have those conversations and know their names and be like, you full of shit. And I know who bad, who not. And then the understanding between both captains on both sides, like we both know this gonna be a long night. We got Danny Crawford and Joey Crawford.
Yep.
Man, we not expecting nothing out of this game. So imagine how CP feel when he's seeing Scott Foster pop up. And it's like, I can't even have a conversation with this motherfucker.
Just from AAU, and like, when you're talking about trying to be a student in the game, you got to be a student of the game.
Yeah.
Right? That means you got to know everything about the game. Floors, players, refs, right? So you have to know, like, think about if we was refs, right? All four of us. We're going to ref the game differently.
Yep.
Right? No matter. We got our rule book. Boom, okay. But we're going to ref it differently because of our personalities.
Yep.
Same thing with refs in games. all refs don't see the game the same way. So don't expect the same call every game.
Yep.
Right? Some like 80s style, right? They like a little more physical. They like scoring. Some like defense, right? You have to really understand which ref like what. So like you'll keep notes, like he allows physical play. He allows you to talk to him. He don't allow shit. Fourth quarter, this is the type of calls he makes. He likes end ones. He don't like end ones. Like you have to really,
For sure, because some of them do. Some of them do love the animal. They be like,
think about it. When you see refs like that, like you think like, okay, he's more of a fan. So that means when I do something, he go, end one regular, you end one.
That just mean, hey, look, that just mean like he came to work today, right?
Yeah,
like
no,
he
for
came
sure.
to work today. But then you could be on the bench, right? You'd be like, hey, ref, you ain't come to work today, huh? You just gonna sit out here and not call nothing. You've been out here 20 minutes, you ain't made one call.
But that's what I said. Some refs like, I like some refs like, even with close, like I asked the ref, I said, yo, I got fouled on that play, right? And he said, yeah, I could have called it. Then to finish the game with the free throws. Like, is that how you want to finish the game with the free throws, or do you want to finish with your talent? Do you want me to call it, or do you want to be able to use your talent to finish it?
That's the info.
And I said, no. And I said, no, motherfucker, I want the call so I can get the fuck out of here. 14 points later, I got more points on my score. Good call. Good no call. Good no call,
I'll
sir.
say it to OT?
Yeah, good no call, sir. But you start understanding their mindset where, some guys like, I'd rather the talent finishes the game versus my call.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so when Eric and them didn't, the LeBron James play, that makes sense.
Let him
like,
play.
I wanna see if he's gonna make it, and then if he doesn't, damn, it's too late to call something.
Yep.
Like, I want the talent to, like, y'all didn't come here to see me.
yeah.
So the motherfuckers use that against me too. Hey, they didn't come here to see me blow the whistle, motherfucker.
Real shit.
They came here to see you hit game winners, hit your shit, so do it.
That's what I loved about Violet, man.
Yeah.
Violet let us play. She's literally like, I'm gonna let y'all play. Play. Stop fucking complaining to me. Stop coming over here. Go play.
Hey, my favorite line, like if I was playing against you and you fouling me, you gonna let this motherfucker dry hump me the whole game? Huh? I got dogs at home. I don't need them in the gym.
Get this motherfucker off me. Get this motherfucker off me.
It's like a girlfriend right here. He all over me.
Man, fuck.
Get him off me, ref.
Shit.
So did y'all ever have any run-ins with Scott Foster during his career? Did you even recognize, was he a face you remember while you were playing?
Nah, I mean, be honest, nothing personal. I didn't have nothing personal with any of the refs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get my tech. If I'm gonna get a tech, I'm gonna get it, and that's it. I'm not gonna do the lingering. Then if I don't fuck with him, there's two other refs.
I caught a couple of them lacking at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You be in the same city, you see a motherfucker in a restaurant and be like, hey, ain't no security around this bitch. Come here, Derek. Let me holler at you.
Come here, Derek.
Come here, Derek. Let me holler at you for a second. Man, what y'all be on? Shit.
This is a question that I don't know who gonna. If you choke a ref out, what is the suspension for that?
We ain't never found out.
Like 4 games? It's around the same as Draymond Green?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 40 to 50 to...
What?
If you slap a ref,
If I'm Rudy Gilbert, I'd be mad then. Like, I get paid millions, and it was 4 games. He get paid $6 grand a game, and he gets 40? Like, I just want to know, like, because if I'm CP at this point, hey, CP, you gotta stay in your business now. Because at this point, he's done showed his hand, right? you gotta steward this nigga. As soon as the game starts, you gotta box it out.
You wanna box it out the back?
So, our expert producing research team, Sprewell, got 68 games for choking a coach. So at least half that for a ref.
Yeah, that was back then, though. That was,
rulebook thing then too.
oh, rulebook then, coach?
Yeah.
Is it still 60 for a coach?
So
Go ahead, Joe.
So any player or coach guilty of intentional physical contact with an official shall automatically be suspended without pay for 1 game. A fine and or longer period of suspension will result if circumstances so dictate.
1 game?
No, 1 game!
1 game minimum.
Wait, what
One
happened?
game-
But they leave it open.
1 game minimum.
What, if you choke a ref?
Yeah, if you hit
Any physical contact.
Any physical contact.
But they can extend it as long as they want.
Hey, CB, you gotta do it now, man. I'm not. Hey,
At least bump him. At least bump him.
I'm not provoking violence against
least bump
nobody.
At least trip him.
But sometimes you gotta set an example for the rest of them. You know what I mean? Dre, hey, wait till Draymond get in there, man. Have him start a little thing over there. You get in.
Man, that would be epic
Hilarious.
TV.
No,
Hilarious.
we do not promote violence.
No, we don't. But sometimes you just
You can
gotta
go
say-
extra hard for a loose ball. You can have an errant pass that misses his
Well, I
target.
guarantee you this: if he do that to Scott, I guarantee Scott won't be in no more games.